Children, how are you children? I hope all of you are fine. Today class for the 10th class. Subject is biological science. You know that children, we are discussing about the transportation, the circulatory system. We are discussing about the circulatory system. So first time the circulatory system in the human being was discovered by the scientist William Harvey. Okay, and Harvey found that in 1 hour time, the heart pumped out the quantity of the blood was 3 times the weight of the man. Okay, Harvey found that in 1 hour our heart pumped the quantity of the blood that is equal to the 3 times weight of the man. Okay, and means nothing but the the body couldn't use up the blood and form new blood such a rate. Okay, means nothing at every time the body not produce new blood, same blood is continuously pumped throughout the heart, and you know that one the same blood had to circulate and be used over and over again. And Harvey stated that the smallest arteries and veins that could be seen to be connected by the vessel that are very small to see. Later, another scientist known as the Marcello Malpighi. Later, another scientist who Marcello Malpighi, with the help of microscope, observe very teeny, means nothing but small blood vessels, and the Marcello Malpighi carefully observed the wings of the bat, and in the wings of the bat he observed very thin membrane, and in that one thin membrane he observed that one very small blood vessels under the microscope, and he stated that the smallest arteries and the veins are connected by very fine blood vessels. He stated that one very small arteries and veins are connected by the very fine blood vessels, and he called very small blood vessels as blood capillaries. Blood capillaries. So, what is the meaning of capillaries? So, the word capillaries was derived from the Latin language. The word capillaries was derived from the Latin language, which means hair. What is the meaning of that one? Hair. Because of that one presence of teeny blood vessels called as that blood capillaries, the circulation of blood takes place to the all organs and tissue very easy. Children, now we are discussing about the complete information about the arteries and veins. Okay, there are mainly two types of blood vessels are present in the human beings. Okay, how many types of blood vessels are present? Two types. What are they? One are arteries, and the second one are veins. There are mainly two types of blood vessels are present. One is arteries and another one is veins. Normally, the arteries carries the blood from the heart to the body parts. Okay, the blood vessels that carries the blood from the heart to the various body parts are called as arteries. Okay, the blood vessels that carries the blood from the heart to the various parts of the body parts are called as arteries. Next, the blood vessels means that collects the blood from the organs to the heart are called as veins. Children, when you carefully observe the structure of arteries, normally they have elastic fibrous coat. Okay, when you carefully observe that structure of the arteries, they have elastic fibrous coat, and not only that one, inside the arteries you observe that one of the muscle layer also present, and a hollow space is present, that is called as nothing but lumen. What we call lumen. Okay, when you observe the structure of that one arteries are covered by the elastic fibrous coat. Not only that one, we observe one of the muscle layer, we observe one of the muscle layer, and very hollow round space is present, that is called as a lumen. Whereas when we observe the structure of the vein, so here we observe that one tough fibrous coat, we observe that one. In arteries we observe that elastic fibrous coat, whereas we observe in veins tough fibrous coat. And compared to arteries, the lumen size means hollow space is more in the veins. Hollow space is more in the veins. Next, the smallest blood vessels which are present in our body are nothing but blood capillaries. What? Blood capillaries. Normally, blood capillaries are the microscopic vessels. Blood capillaries are the microscopic vessels that are made up of single layer cells. That are made up of single layer cells, and you know that one that blood the capillaries are very thin, that are helpful for that one transportation of substance through the diffusion process, through the diffusion process. And you know that one the outer covering layer of the blood capillaries are called as nothing but endothelium. What? Endothelium. And in the blood capillaries also we observe hollow space is there. That hollow space is called as nothing but lumen. Okay, lumen. Okay, this is about that one blood capillaries. So when we observe the arteries and veins are the main blood vessels that are present in our body. So now we can observe the basic differences in between that one arteries and veins. Normally, the arteries walls are very thick, means nothing but the walls of the arteries are very thick. What? The walls of the arteries are very thick, whereas the walls of the veins are very thin. Whereas the walls of the veins are very thin. Okay, the walls of the arteries are very thick, the walls of the veins are very thin. Normally, we observe the valves are present in the arteries, but we didn't observe valves are completely absent in that veins. Valves are completely absent in that one. What? Veins. Okay, the thickness of the walls is very more in the arteries. The walls of that veins are very thin, and we observe valves. VALVES. Valves are present in the arteries, and we didn't observe any valves in the veins. Okay. Next, normally arteries supply the blood to the all organs in our body, and normally the veins collect the blood from all body parts in our body. Next, the blood pressure is very high in the arteries, and the blood pressure is very low in the veins. Okay, the blood pressure is very high in the arteries, and the blood pressure is very low in the veins. Normally, the arteries transport oxygenated blood. Okay, normally the arteries are transport the oxygenated blood, whereas the veins transported deoxygenated blood. Okay, whereas the veins transport the deoxygenated blood. Next, all arteries transport that oxygenated blood except the pulmonary artery, except pulmonary artery. So why this pulmonary artery is completely different from all other arteries means nothing but this pulmonary artery supplies the deoxygenated blood to the lungs. Okay, this pulmonary artery supply deoxygenated blood to the lungs. Next, all veins collect the deoxygenated blood from the body parts except the pulmonary vein. It carries which one? The pulmonary vein carries the oxygenated blood from the lungs to the heart, to the heart. Okay, so these are the some of the basic differences in between that arteries and veins. Okay, normally the walls of the arteries are very thick and the walls of the veins are very thin. Valves are present in the arteries. We didn't observe any valves in the veins. Normally the arteries supply the blood from heart to the body parts, whereas veins collect the blood from the body parts to the heart, and the blood pressure is very high in the arteries, and the blood pressure is very low in the veins. All arteries transport the oxygenated blood, and all veins transport deoxygenated blood. Pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood from heart to the lungs. Pulmonary vein carries oxygenated blood from lungs to the heart. Okay, these are some of the differences in between the arteries and okay, children. Now we are discussing about the another topic is nothing but cardiac cycle. Okay, cardiac cycle means nothing but no, the working mechanism of heart means nothing but how does the heart works? What? How does the heart works? Normally, the human being heart beat starting around the 21st day of the embryonic development. Embryonic development means nothing but whenever the fertilization taking place in between that one ovum and sperm, after that one 21 days the heartbeat starts in the embryo. So nothing but the first organ that is formed in the embryo is nothing but heart. Okay, the human heartbeat starts at around 21st day of the embryonic development, and if the heartbeat stop, it results to the death of the person. Means nothing but whenever the embryonic development start up to that time till our death, our heart is continuously working. Our heart is continuously working. So Normally, what is cardiac cycle? One contraction. Okay, one contraction means nothing but heartbeat. In that one, we observe that one two stages means two stages are there. One is contraction of heart and means heart is filled with blood, and relaxation means comes to that one normal stage. So one contraction and that one relaxation of the atria and ventricles are called as one cardiac cycle. Okay, one contraction and one relaxation of atria and ventricles is called as one cardiac cycle. Okay, one contraction and one of the relaxation of atria and ventricles are called as a cardiac cycle. So we observe the following steps in the cardiac cycle. First of all, imagine that all the four chambers of the heart are in a relaxed state, means nothing but in a rest state. Okay, first of all, imagine that all the four chambers means nothing but to the upper chambers means upper chambers atria and lower chambers ventricles are present in the relaxed state. Okay, let us imagine that all the four chambers of the heart are in a relaxed state. Next, now first of all, the blood from the vena cava. The blood from the vena cava means nothing but superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. Means superior vena cava means nothing but it is one type of vein. So this superior vena cava collects the impure blood, means nothing but deoxygenated blood from the head and neck parts, and the inferior vena cava collects that one deoxygenated blood from the lower parts of our body, means legs and hands. Okay, so this superior vena cava and inferior vena cava is collectively called as nothing but vena cava. So now the deoxygenated blood from the vena cava means enters into the right atrium, right atrium. At the same time, simultaneously, means okay, sorry, okay. At the time, the pulmonary veins carries the oxygenated blood from the lungs, and this pulmonary vein enter into that one the left atria means nothing but the blood means the deoxygenated blood from the vena cava enters into the right atria, and the oxygenated blood from the pulmonary vein enter into that one left atrium respectively. Means these two processes are taking place simultaneously. Means the blood, the impure blood from the vena cava enters into that one right atrium, and that one impure blood means pure blood from that one pulmonary vein enters into that one the left atrium. Okay, respectively. So now we observe that one both the right atrium and that left atrium are filled with blood. Both the right atrium and left atrium are filled with blood. So and when the right atrium and left atrium are filled with blood, immediately they contract and forcing the blood into that one ventricles. Means nothing but the left atrium and the right atrium are completely filled with blood, and forcing the blood into that one ventricles. So now what happened when the atria are contracting, immediately the blood will enter into the ventricles, and now the ventricles are filled with blood, and now we observe that when the ventricles are contracting and arteria start relaxing. Opposite to that one, we observe that one, when the ventricles are filled with blood, they are contracting, and immediately at the time arteria are relaxing, and you know that one, the aperture means a small hole like structure, means valves are present in between that one arteria and ventricles, means nothing but tricuspid valve and bicuspid valves are closed by that one valves, and now the ventricles are contracting, and immediately the blood will force into that one aorta and pulmonary artery, and the aorta supply the blood to the various body parts, and that one pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood to the lungs, and immediately the ventricles are start relaxing. At the time the blood pressure in the ventricles are reduced, and the blood which is enter into the arteries, we come back to in the arteries. At the time we listen the sound dub. What? We listen the sound dub. So this is a sequential process continuously taking place, and normally one contraction and relaxation of heart is called as cardiac cycle. We discuss later in the next class.